just when you thought it was safe, just when you thought we were done with Piranha movies, Piranha, Double D. Piranha Double D, also known as Piranha 3 Double D, was supposed to be a 3D movie, or at least it was released in the theater in 3D. And apparently it's got a lot of boobs in it, so Double D, get it? Okay, so in the late 70s you had the original Piranha. Basically the Jaws ripoff one. Played out almost exactly like Jaws, except for it was thousands of little fish rather than one big giant fish. Then that had a sequel, Piranha 2 The Spawning, which is actually pretty famous, and I don't have a copy of that, and I really want to see it. Then we had a Piranha movie in 2010. It was called Piranha 3D, but I didn't see the 3D version, so I reviewed it as Piranha 2010. And I actually kind of liked that movie. I thought that was pretty damn entertaining. There was, gore galore. And yeah, of course, there was lots of nudity in there, lots of naked ladies. The movie itself was crazy, super fast paced and over the top. And then we get this one. Let me tell you, they really try to, bring back a lot of that kind of feel in this. They even bring back a couple of the stars or actors that appeared in the previous movie. But it does not hold a candle to Piranha 2010. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's probably as much, if not more, nudity in this one. And it comes off a lot more sleazy in this one, if that's possible. It takes place in a water park. And basically the piranhas get in through the water system and eat all the people on the water slides and in the pools and things like that, and it's just chaos everywhere and people death by piranha, right? Now this one leans heavier into that sort of that Sharknado thing that let's make a intentionally bad movie and people are gonna think it's fucking hilarious. Well, it's not fucking hilarious, it's fucking stupid, and it is fucking bad. I mean, they even got David Hasselhoff in here. David Hasselhoff is come on. I appreciate the guy likes to make fun of himself. And he realizes how ridiculous of a star he really is or was or whatever. And he plays himself, of course, because only the Hoff can play the Hoff. I just don't find that funny. I don't think him on screen is really all that entertaining. Whatever, he's a small part of the movie. Oh, also another small part of the movie is Gary Busey is briefly in this movie, just at the very beginning, as a weird little cameo. He doesn't really do all that much, but kind of had the feeling that he was going to die right away. Yeah, that's pretty much right. Another one that came back for this movie was Christopher Lloyd. Now, of all the strange people to be in the first one even, playing this scientist, he's of course a piranha specialist or whatever, ichthyologist or whatnot. Of all the people to come back, he was the last one, I thought. First of all, I thought he died like everybody else in that first one, but no, here he is. And they must have paid him a crap ton of money, and that must be where quarter of the budget of this movie went to. Because he's actually one of the few bright spots in this movie. He's basically crazy, kind of like Doc Brown, but not. He's obsessed with fish and piranhas. And there's one more cameo that I gotta tell you about. Vin Rhames comes back in this. Now, I definitely thought he bought it in that last movie. Remember, he's in a shallow lagoon or whatnot, and he's got an outboard motor. And he's fighting off piranhas with this outboard motor, and he's chopping them up with the motor and stuff, but they eventually overwhelm him and get him, and they eat his legs and stuff. Well, he comes back in a wheelchair with no legs in this movie, and he's afraid of the water or whatever, but they're putting him in this little kiddie pool, and he's freaking out because he's so afraid of the water. But then by the end of the movie, when the piranhas attack, which they inevitably do, it's a water park, they set it up that the piranhas are going to attack people at the water park. Okay, so when they eventually do, he overcomes his fear and he straps on a gun leg, a la Planet Terror, I guess, and he starts shooting piranhas in the water, and eat this, motherfuckers. That was another high point of the movie, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I got a chuckle out of that. But most of his appearance in this movie is totally hamming it up and overacting. Yeah, so those actors that I mentioned in there, the people you've heard of, are actually a pretty small part of this movie. Because the rest of the movies are typical teenage douchebag characters. You know, the bikini babes, and then their idiot surfer boyfriends or whatever, or whoever they're supposed to be. Yeah, the horny teen sex comedy sort of thing, but with piranhas in it. One guy gets his dick eaten by piranhas because they did that in the last one. And then a woman has a piranha swim inside her vagina. And then, you know, hence the guy getting his private parts bit off by the piranha because it's hiding in there. And oh my god, so dumb. So fucking dumb. And the gore is like not really that extreme in this one. I mean, I was expecting a lot more, but it just wasn't there. I mean, I wasn't disappointed or anything like that, but it seemed a little less bloody than Piranha 2010. And it was definitely a lot less entertaining. I mean, I don't know, I didn't like the main lead actors in this movie. They seemed like something out of American Pie. Yeah, I don't know, overall this movie was just really dumb. It wasn't suspenseful at all. You could see what was coming a mile away. You knew exactly how this was going to play out. There wasn't any surprises at all. There wasn't any shocking visuals really at all. Maybe a couple that might shock some people, but not when you've seen a bunch of movies like this. It's all routine. It's all old hat. Piranha Double D, or Piranha 3 Double D, I should say. I don't know how to rate this. I wanted to rate it cleverly, like, you know, put D in there somewhere, but it's better than a D movie. It's actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give give it a C minus. It was bordering on being a waste of time, but not a complete waste of time, because I got, you know, a couple of chuckles out of just how dumb and ridiculous and far-fetched this was. I would avoid this movie if I were you, unless you're really, really that into seeing bikini girls in a water park getting eaten by piranhas, you pervert. C minus. So until the next aquatic-based horror movie, or any other movie that comes up around here, have a good one, everybody.